Hello, welcome to another Go Battle League video. In this video, PvpDavid will be providing a team, playing a set with it for us, and then I'll try it myself as well. I had a lot of positive feedback on this kind of content recently, so I'll be doing more of that. Tomorrow we'll have an Ultra League video for that, and obviously I'll try to think some of my own teams as well, of course. I haven't really gotten much to it because of work, but we'll have another video today, and PvpDavid is a really good and actually a young battler from Sweden, I believe, who is running the team below. He's running Vigoroth, Pelipper, and Shadow Kanto Ninetales. He's leading Vigoroth. Vigoroth is usually a safe swap Pokemon, but he's leading it because he predicts a lot of Lickitung and Walrein leads in this meta. So that's why he leads it. Vigoroth obviously is very strong in this meta. I think like the main the main counter to it is like Blaziken, but even that is so-so, and Trevenant still so-so. So I think Vigoroth is a very solid option in this meta. And in the back he basically has his core in the back, right? Usually it's lead, safe swap, and sweeper, where the lead and the sweeper are like unbreakable, like a Swampert and Alolan Ninetales, right? That's a very good core. Or Sableye, Registeel, just to name a couple. But he does them in the back, and I kind of like those team as well, right? If you win the lead, you usually hard counter in the back. The only thing you kind of have to be careful of are rock types. They're not very common, I would assume. I don't know. Actually, I haven't played this meta at all so far, so we'll see. But I am a fan of this. So let's see how PvpDavid plays this out. His first battle is against another content creator called Arrow, and he's leading into Cross. This is exactly where you want to see the rock type. And Crosso actually doesn't do that bad against pseudo fighters, because it takes neutral damage from counters due to its bug typing. This is actually a very neutral matchup, but I would think that with shields up, Vigoroth probably takes this, because the counter plus body slam combination is just so spammy. He baits with the body slam here. I don't think Arrow will shield this, because who bulldozes here? Yeah, Arrow does not shield that. That makes sense, right? So goes for another body slam here. Just wants to get rid of the Crustle, and looks like, oh, he gets counted down. Okay, so it looks like David has a shield deficit here, but he has switched, then gives it up. Goes into Pelipper right away. He does not want to give this Trevenant too much farm, and probably wants Arrow to swap out of this Trevenant, so he can align his Kanto Ninetales there. Throws the Weather Ball, because he probably just wants to get the chip before Trevenant gets out. And that's a good shield. I also agree with the Shadow Ball, because it's unlikely that someone at a shield deficit would shield again, like go 2 shields down so early. And in the back is a Wigglytuff. This is a Pokemon. I watched some Twitch streams yesterday, and this is a Pokemon I have not seen a lot. I guess there's no poisons really. There are some fire types, so I think this is a pretty good pick by Arrow actually. The Vigoroth's still alive and can still get to this body slam. Vigoroth also pretty decent against this one Charmer, because counters are neutral, and then he can clean up with the Kanto Ninetales. The Trevenant needs a Shadow Ball after this to KO the Kanto Ninetales. That's not gonna happen, because they don't have too much energy, and yeah, Arrow top left, he knows. Next battle is against Ryze to Occasion, also another content creator, and let's see what he is leading. It's a Noctowl. Again, with shields up, this is pretty decent for Vigoroth. Noctowl is one of the most, probably the bulkiest flyer in this meta, along with Tropius. It's a pretty solid pick. It's not that strong against fighters because of its normal typing, but it does fine here. So let's see what David does here. He's probably, maybe he's not expecting rock types in the back. Might let this Vigoroth goes for another body slam here. I don't think David will shield the Vigoroth, because this leaves the Noctowl in a really nice farm down range. And your Vigoroth already is so low, right? So let's Sky Attack go, then goes into Pelipper, and Ryze proceeds to swap into a rock type, which is kind of terrible, because PvpDavid is double weak to this in the back. Goes for the Weather Ball here. Pelipper can hold his own a little against. Oh, that's so good for him. Lets that Weather Ball go. Then gets to another one. Does this get shielded by Ryze? Oh, but Ryze does like ABB style. Ryze is an ABB Andy. If you have any friends that play Sylph regularly, they are ABB Andys. I'm telling you. they play ass double hole. I don't know. they just play like flying double rock, water double fire, something like that, you know? I feel like that's just been a lot of teams lately. And PvpDavid's team is not. It's really more ABC, as I would call it. Though you're double weak to rock in the back, of course. Yeah, and I didn't see these battles. I didn't see these battles yet. But I just felt like it was gonna be ABB, and it is ABB rock. I don't think that's very winnable for PvpDavid. You have to maybe like catch a move on your backline from the Noctowl, but that's probably only knowing in advance that there's double rock in the back, right? So yeah, that's a very unfortunate matchup there. Ryze also shooting Ovi, that would do a ton there. Now he's up against Trainer Red, a very good Spanish player. And he's, again, I said at the start of this video, there's probably very few rock types. Well, I guess they're everywhere. Are there no Swamperts in this meta or something? I did see a couple yesterday on like Toe Tactical's Twitch stream, but today and when I see PvpDavid's battles, I see them everywhere. So let's see. Probably gonna play this out the same way. Trainer Red also not shielding anything. Maybe the play is to go straight Bulldoze as Vigoroth. I'm not sure if that he would even take it out though. And again, dies with the move there. So he has shield advantage, is rid of that thing. This is like a replay of against... was it Arrow? I think it was Arrow, right? So this time he doesn't throw the weather ball. He's probably just gonna look to double shield here. Let's see. He does double shield. The Shadow Ball will probably take it out at this point, and in the back is a wall ring, which is actually very bad now because we have no shields. Wall Rain is a broken Pokemon with Earthquake, right? It's a nice ice type, but it still can beat fire types. Goes for another bait here. Wow. Probably just looking for either the shield or the chip. Like, both are pretty important at this point. Then goes for another weather ball. Just wants to get as many damage in as possible. Keep in mind, the Vigoroth also still alive, right? I think that the Trevenant Wallring core remains to be very good in this meta, but things like Vigoroth and what's it called? The K9 make it a bit more difficult to use. I think K9 is an absolute staple in this meta. On top of that, we haven't seen any yet. the what's it called? The Lickitung. Lickitung is very meta here, and that's also pretty good against that core, right? The Wallring Trev core. So yeah, it's Trainer Red forgot to throw his Icicle Spear there, or just got caught off guard by the Vigoroth swap in and dies with that Icicle Spear. And now there is only this Trevenant left that has to build up a ton of energy here. So yeah, well played there. Always preserving that Vigoroth in case like a Trevenant comes in to take care of this Vigoroth. I like that play a lot. This Shadow Ball won't take it out. K9, even Shadow isn't that fragile, but it does do a lot. Next battle is against Simon. Let's see, do we get Crustle? No, but we do get Noctowl. At the start of a meta, it really shifts anywhere, right? People are just trying out stuff. We see different stuff every day. Yesterday, David told me this team worked very well for him. Maybe it doesn't today. You'll never know. Maybe it's even better right now. But yeah, I can tell you that this team is pretty solid. I was kind of pessimistic because there might be like Pachirisus, which is highly ranked on PvPoke. But I haven't seen any myself or so far in this video or in these battles. People are probably fearing the Trevenant. Let's see how he plays this one out. Plays it out the same way, not fearing a rock type. Let's see if it is a rock type in the back this time. Farms down with the Pelipper. I like that play a lot. And let's see what the opponent brings in here. It is a lick. No, it's a Vigoroth. So this matchup is actually pretty iffy. It's not bad for Vigoroth at all. The Weather Ball nerf really hurt Pelipper in this matchup. The body slams add up so much more than a Weather Ball here. The Weather Ball did about, what, 25%? While this body slam will definitely do like 35%. It's a stab body slam. It will do a lot of damage. So David does decide to shield that. And I think this is another CMP on this body slam. He has 2 weather balls. Does it get shielded? It does get shielded. You don't see it, but that was a bug. It is shielded because it didn't lose any HP. Look at how much it does. That does so much. That does more than a weather ball. So this matchup is actually not that bad for Vigoroth at all. And he throws just right before the Vigoroth CMPs. They do let it go, and in the back is a Digger's Bee. Digger's Bee is actually, even when it's in a bad matchup, still usually can put in work. Pelipper is probably the prime counter to it, because Digger's Bee needs Hyper Beam to hit it hard. I don't think a lot of Digger's Bees have that. David swaps out very close to a Weather Ball. Now only has to get Chip here. If he gets baited here, it gets scary, but he does not. Digger's Bee cannot stack a Fire Punch and an Earthquake, because it's 65 energy for Earthquake and 40 for a Fire Punch, so that's 105. You can't stack both of them. So basically, Digger's Bee only wins this if they Earthquake, get 1 extra, or they need to undercharge so they can farm down for 1 extra mud shot, and then get to the weather, and then throw immediately on the Pelipper. But they don't. So yeah. Tough position for the opponent there. Digger's Bee was a bit tough to use when there's both Vigoroth and Pelipper. Let's see what he does on the Vigoroth mirror. It's pretty interesting to see. He does lose CMP here, meaning that his Vigoroth is pretty good. I think a good IV Vigoroth allows you here to get to another body slam, but winning CMP can be nice as well here. But he decides to swap into Pelipper here. In comes a Tropius. This matchup is very iffy on both sides. As Tropius, you gotta shield the Hurricane. As Pelipper, you're always in the position to shield or not, right? If they shield your Hurricane, it takes so long to get back there, and they only need 4 Air Slash for a Leaf Blade, which is so quick. They do shield the Hurricane correctly. He's reaching for another Hurricane here. And oh, the opponent is counting perfectly there. This is the 3400 elo, so these are very good opponents. Leaf Blade hits. Doesn't allow them to get there. And then David is looking to farm down with the Kanto Ninetales. Do notice that he is running Overheat on this for very hard hitting neutral damage. Overheat has a lot of... I'm not saying one-shot potential, but it definitely hits like 80% on a lot of things. Probably looking to shield and farm this down. And then let's see what we got in the back here. Do we have a good matchup there? Farms down the Vigoroth. The Tropius is still alive. The opponent hard swapped. Let's see what they have. Is this double grass maybe? It's a Noctowl again. It's a Vigoroth double fly. Yeah, Noctowl is just such a solid pick. That might actually, if we see so many Noctowl, it actually might attract a lot of Pachirisu. And Pachirisu is like the one thing that a Pelipper Say Swap does not want to see. Baits with the Weather Ball, probably hoping to get to another one later. Oh boy, this is gonna get really close. Do mind, the Tropius is also still alive. Sky Tech comes in, shields it correctly. And wait, oh, look at that. I love that. A lot of this very high level play to wait just half a second to see if you see the wing attack come through and then throw your move. So the opponent doesn't catch. Because you cannot... Just as I say that, the opponent does catch because he doesn't do it then. I think David was counting and was afraid of the sky attack there. But at this point you might Ember down though. That was funny. First the high level play. I guess then after that he threw because he was afraid... Oh my, that's very close actually. I guess after that he was afraid that the opponent would throw Sky Attack and he faints. So it worked out well for him though. So yeah, really well played. 3400 elos, very nice team so far, right? It's a solid 4-1 against very good opponents. Now let's see how I do with this line. Let's see, I get my Vigoroth into a Magcargo. This is a very good lead for me. And they swap into a Venusaur. Alright, this is a bit RPS maybe, but it works for me. It really works for me. I also dropped a little to the 3200s. I kind of couldn't make Open Great League work at the end, really. I tried out new things. It didn't really work. But that's okay. We'll see if we can... if we're better at this cup, at Summer Cup. So the Magcargo will probably come back in and no-shoot my move. It has Rock Throw, by the way, which is bad for my Pelipper. If it's Incinerate, it's actually not bad for Pelipper at all, because your Weather Ball does a lot. It's double super effective. I don't wait the clock here, because I want them to be locked in. I will shield this move. Magcargo only has hard-hitting moves. Actually, Rock Tomb does hit hard, but they don't have it. Apparently, they have Stone Edge. And in the back is a Noctowl. This is a misplay by me. I'll tell you why. The moment you throw a charge move on a Pokemon swapping in, it means that your clock is misaligned. So they can swap before I do. And maybe they will now, if possible, try to snipe me with that Magcargo later. Even though the Magcargo is a bit low, Rock Throws really add up on Pelipper. And this Noctowl can get me low pretty quickly, because Pelipper is fragile. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm afraid of here. Letting this guy attack... Oh, it's a Shadow Ball, actually. It does way more. This does mean that I might get farmed down here, which is not great. Maybe I should have gone for a Hurricane. Which... Let me see if I would have reached that. I don't think so, honestly. It doesn't matter. They had a shield. Yeah, I would have reached that, because if I didn't throw Weather Ball, they wouldn't get another Hurricane, another wing attacking, right? So I would have gone to the Hurricane. Didn't matter, they shoot anyway. But I had another Body Slam. I know the Magcargo is dry. It takes very long with Rock Throw to get to a charge move. It's about 11 rocks to get to a Stone Edge or Overheat. So yeah, Magcargo is dead. No play for Magcargo there. Let's see. My next opponent. Vigoroth into... it's a Lickitung. This was actually my first battle. And I was like, yo, this guy's predicting Lickitung meta? I'll try it. And they say swap Ascaf. It doesn't even get to move. Beautiful. 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 Absolutely wonderful. So yeah, now I barely took any damage. I have so much energy here. I like to go straight overheat here, because I don't expect this Lickitung to shield really, simply because I have a Vigoroth aligned on them. And they do shield. So that kind of sucks. That probably means that they will get a lot of energy on my Kanto Ninetales. Actually, never mind, they don't really. But what I was afraid of is that they farm me down and get to like 3 to 4 body slams on my Vigoroth, which would be very annoying. But they're a shield down. They're a shield down. I have a full 2 Pokemons. Right, so this is looking pretty good for me so far. See what they have in the back. It's their own Vigoroth. I'll throw this Body Slam. The Pelipper Vigoroth matchup shouldn't take that long. So what I said earlier about misaligning the clock, also keep in mind that you only really deal with that if you have bulky Pokemons against each other, or more bulky Pokemons. Or if the matchup just takes long, right? This matchup does not take long at all, because with that Body Slam, this thing is now in Weather Ball range, so this shouldn't take too long. I also have 2 shields. I don't think this is very losable. I will shield this move. I probably didn't have to, because I could have counted down. Licky can't really lick me down. Alright, Thunder Cypher. I think he's also around on Twitch often. We go into the Vigoroth Mirror. They swap into Noctowl immediately. And this is... ABB Andy. ABB Andy. It's ABB Andy style. How obvious do you want to be? This has to be double flyer, right? What is this? Talonflame? Tropius? It has to be another flyer. Pidgeot? He's trying to bait something out. He has to be baiting something out. I don't know what it is. But I'm not swapping out of here. He might also be strong against Vigoroth in the back. So I'm just gonna let my Vigoroth go here. As long as I don't get in shield or energy deficit, I'm kind of fine letting Vigoroth go here. Or do I want switch? Maybe if it's Trevenant, I want switch. Yeah, I want that switch. The Body Slam is still useful if opposing Vigoroth comes back in. So let's see what they do. But then again, their Vigoroth with a energy advantage is kind of scary. Yeah, it is. The ABB Andy strat is double flyer. So I'll bring in my Tropius. You kind of saw this from David's strategy as well, right? Again, I didn't watch his battles, but great minds think alike, I guess. You swapping your Pelipper into the grass type, hoping they will come back, and then you align your fire type later. Because most people tend to swap out as well, thinking, they might be weak to this. Let's swap in my other Pokemon so I can preserve my Tropius. Or they want to preserve the Tropius for that Vigoroth of mine. Even though Vigoroth isn't really that healthy anymore on my side, I do have another Body Slam stored here. And I CMP with them on the second Weather Ball. Maybe not that smart, but I mean, they throw the energy, it's fine. I really regret not throwing a Hurricane there, though. That's kind of a bummer. Because they would have died. They would have died there. But they're keeping the shield for Tropius. Probably thinking I don't have another flyer answer. But little does you know, I do have a grass answer. They do shoot that body slam there. And I know that my Ambers add up enough here to not allow them to get to a Bulldoze. And then they top left. I would definitely recommend Ember on K9 just because it hits harder. Fire Spin does charge faster, but I like that raw damage with the Ember. This is a good lead for me. I have 2 answers to this, and I have... If you've seen me play at any regional or Twitch, and you see me use Pelipper, this is why. I have Pelipper for this thing. Pelipper hard count is probably one of the best, not grass, probably the hardest non-grass Swampert answer. Because usually Swampers run Earthquake. In this meta, I think you should run Sludge though. But it just resists everything, so that's great. I don't expect them to shoot there, so I'll just Hurricane them. And I might actually, due to my great energy management there, I actually do get to another Hurricane there. So this is where counting comes in use, right? That allows you to maximize your energy and you get to a hard-hitting move. Because if I only get to Weather Ball there, I'm actually not in that much in a great spot. And there's not a Venusaur in the back, so that's game over, basically. I can take this move. I don't want to, though. It hits pretty hard. So yeah, that should be game. I come out with almost 2 Weather Balls here. And they top left. Alright, Ganilo. That's very good. He's Spanish speaking. I think, was he from Mexico? I don't remember. But very good Latin player. Let's just call him a Latin player. He's very good. He's very good. And he's using AWAC and a Walrein. I'm going to bait him. Most people tend to shield here. They probably don't want to lose Switch, right? Unless they're double strong against Vigoroth. So they might have another Vigoroth answer in the back, which I don't really like. I also know that Ganilo... I know he's very good, so I know he counts. So I'm gonna throw 1 before the Hurricane. Hope, because this is CMP. He was counting my moves and throwing 1 before the Hurricane. Hope he slips. Nope, Ganilo is playing very good. So yeah, he's not making any mistakes so far. I do get the Walrein pretty low, which means I can counter this down. That's good for me. But I will have to eat an Ice Cold Spare. Hopefully only 1. What was I thinking here again? I think I shielded this, right? Yeah, I don't remember what I was thinking. I really don't. I really don't remember what I was thinking. Oh, I remember now. Yeah, the Ice Cold Spear obviously does way more than a Shadow Bone or Bone Club, right? So that's why I shielded that. And we get some lag there. I don't know how much energy he got in there. He has 2 shields. Called my bait, so I'm gonna not bait this time. I'm like, yo, this guy's just gonna call all the baits. So he just doesn't want to shield. I'll just throw a Bulldoze. Let's see if that connects. I need it to. It does. That's very good for me. Alolan Marowak is kind of a core breaker for me because both Vigoroth, especially Shadow Alolan Marowak, because both Vigoroth and K9 don't do very well there. And I was so smart to swap in my hard counter. I swap out here because I'm expecting a Lickitung in the back, and maybe my Vigoroth can still put in work there. But they have, in that lag, they got so many fire spins. I mean, I got a lot of counters too, so that makes sense. They got a lot of energy too. And those two Bone Clubs take me so low. It was not a Lickitung, however, it was a Vigoroth. There was no wink on there, regardless. Maybe if I stayed in with my Vigoroth against it, Alolan Marowak, just get shields or something. Maybe then there was play. But yeah, it was a tough battle regardless. Obviously very good Hurricane call by Ganilo. So yeah, we both went 4-1. Obviously some of mine were pretty fortunate in alignment. But I have to say, I did another set after that, and I went 3-2 with only so-so alignment. I think it could have been 5-0 if I played a little bit better. Fortunately, I did not record those. I was just bored, so that's when I did them. Yeah, I hope you like the team. I think it's a very good one, as long as you don't see many Pachirisu, and I have not seen any Pachirisu on Twitch streams or in these battles. So, yeah, I mean, you want to go for it, give it a try. Tomorrow I'll upload an Ultra League video as well, and then hopefully Saturday I can make one of my own lines. That'll be fun too. Alright, hope you liked the video and have a good one. See you later.